Nantion Village was originally an indigenous reserve where residents made a living through agriculture. One day, a company with the name T-Space registered this piece of land as aquaculture land and told the local residents that a shrimp farm was going to be built there. Soon after, local residents discovered that the site was not a shrimp farm, but rather a collection of items related to a rocket launch. Residents felt cheated and unveiled the whole thing. T-Space was subsequently expelled, and its launch plans were moved overseas. Even after leaving, T-Space did not give up on Nantion's launch plan and hoped that one day it could lead Taiwan into space. After T-Space left, everything returned to normal, and the original base was restored to its original state. The residents saw that even without the launch site, the area was just a barren wasteland, with no agricultural or livestock activities. They realized that the rocket launch site was actually an opportunity for local development, and some residents began to support the launch site plan. In 2022, the government launched Taiwan's first national-level rocket launch site assessment, listing Jiuquan in Pingtung County and Nantion in Taidao County as candidate sites. Nantion was ultimately not selected, and the base fell into disrepair once again. T-Space learned through the selection process of National Launch Site that local support for the launch site had begun in Nantion and decided to reinvest in Nantion's rocket launch program. In addition to the launch site, there are plans to build a Mars laboratory base, preparing to transform Nantion into a space outpost. This time, they chose to communicate with the locals honestly and openly, legally obtained the local usage rights, and won the trust of the locals. Everything returned to the starting point of their dream. The future landscape of Taiwan's rocket launch sites is led by Jiuquan and Nantion. With government support and larger funding, Jiuquan has been transformed into a large rocket launch site, which will have the opportunity to send people into space in the future, and has also made the first step of Taiwan's dream of Mars a success. Nantion's rocket launch program remains primarily focused on scientific sounding rockets. Data generated by the Mars lab will be handed over to the government in Jiuquan. T-Space has repeatedly helped the government realize its original dreams, but in doing so, it has gradually lost its initial enthusiasm. During a rocket launch test, an accident occurred in Nantion. The rocket lost its upward thrust and succumbed to gravity as soon as it left the launch pad. It turns out that due to a lack of resources, T-Space had been using outdated equipment without regular maintenance. The rocket disintegrated in midair, and the debris sank into the sea, just like T-Space's dream. The deficit in the conference room, it all felt like a dream. The company left again, and the launch site was transformed into a space park, but due to poor management, it was eventually abandoned. The laboratory and observation deck, which were originally intended for tourism, were left behind, and the breeding area, which was originally designed to simulate Martian agriculture, was returned to the indigenous people for agriculture and animal husbandry.